Hey everybody, it's your boy Saucy. Today we'll be going over salary cap in my team. We'll be going over some tips and tricks that I believe will help you out in my team. At the end of this video, I hope you'll feel a little better about playing salary cap. Hopefully your team will look a lot better and you'll understand the game a little bit more for those newer players that have never played my team before. So let's get into it, all right? Okay, so the first thing you need to know about salary cap is that they update the cards on like what their salary is. I believe I've been noticing it about every 2 days. So this was my team 8 days ago. This is my team 6 days ago. This is my team 2 days ago. And this is my team I just created today. All right. So this is what I was looking like before. I'm over about 400 right now. I do switch through some of the cards. It just kind of bends. Some cards stay consistent on what I use. Here's my team 6 days ago. Right now, not bad, over 600. The cards went up. This was my card 2 days ago while I was playing. This is what I was currently using. And then today, they just updated the cards again. So I had to change my team. I am under by 300 right now, currently, because Nick Van Axel and James Posey were over 1,000 the last couple days, but now they're back under 700. So I'm using those cards. So this is what my team looks like currently right now. And let's get into the tips and tricks that will help your team look a lot better in my team. Okay, so tip number one is you need to have a shooting big, right? You need to have a shooting center and a power forward that can hit it open three, right? I know it may not seem like a lot, but a lot of teams I've gone against where I've won easy games is they don't have a shooting big. So I don't have to fear them. If their player is not cutting to the paint, I do not worry about them. I will just off ball you so you can't make an open layup or mid-range. But if you get a three off a pick and roll, I'll allow it if I don't think you're that good of a shooter, right? But if you don't have a shooting big, you make my job a lot easier because whenever I look at the teams of players who can't shoot, I off ball when that player's in the game. So it makes it a lot easier to double and make your job a lot harder to score, right? But if you have a shooting big like my boy Jack, I have to respect you when you're open in the corner or you hit that mid-range, right? 81 mid-range, 76 three-pointer. I believe it's a 73 without my shoe on him. He is a great center in the post as well. The defense does not lie. He is a great big. He's a top 5 center, probably the best center in my opinion in salary cap. There's no debate around it. Lamar Odom is a 4 who can shoot as well, 73 3-ball. He's hitting open threes. He's not going to hit a contested 3 to win the game, but an open shot he will hit if you have a great time to his jump shot. So that's why I believe you need a shooting big is the number one thing you need in salary cap, right? All right, full disclaimer. For what I just said about having a shooting big is very important in salary cap. But if you have one of these 3 cards listed right now, these 3 cards are a beast in the paint versus Jack. The drop steps, the animations they get over Jack is absurd, right? But if you don't have these 3 cards, I recommend you having a shooting big that can space the floor for you, especially if you run 5 out. But if you have these 3 cards, disregard what I'm saying because they're cooking Jack, right? It was to the point I had to off-ball my power forward, and he was hitting open threes with the power forward. So it got to a point of I just had to let the boy cook in the paint, right? When they got tired is when I was able to capitalize. But besides that, these 3 cards are cooking. So if you have them, use them. Okay, so the second thing I do recommend is going to this website I'm at right now. It's called 2K Database. I will have the link in my description. But they added a new feature where you're able to look up cards based on salary cap, VC prices, MT prices. Obviously, right now, this video is about salary cap, so let's get into it. What I like to look up is cards under 500. For my bench, I don't want to go over 500 for those 5 cards. And what I like to do is I like to go defensive first. So my 2 cards that I have been loving is Michael Cooper. His 3-point shot is all right. Speed is very slow, so you want to add a shoe badge if you can to make him faster. But defensively, gold clamps, like, come on now. You know we need that on our team. As a bench player, look at defensive stats. He goes crazy. We need that. Add a shoe badge to him, make him a better 3-ball. You can upgrade his catch and shoot as well if you need to, and corner 3, because that's why we need him. Also, as my backup point guard, I use Fat, my dog. He has gold pick dodger. That's what you need as a point guard because everybody's going to do the pick and roll, pick and pop with a center that has gold brick wall. So having gold pick dodger, he's fighting through that, so I don't got to worry about switching back to my point guard. I let him play. He always goes over the picks. and he has bronze clamp, so he's not getting crossed up that bad. Also, I would recommend adding ankle brace if you can, and off-ball pest, so he can bump the guys off the ball, right? So what we're going to get into is you can also look up badges on this mode as well. So the only badge I care about really is clamps. So let's look up gold. Not a lot of players have gold under 500, shocker. But silver, you can get Wesley Matthews, good stats shooting-wise for badges. You can get some Charlie Ward, Alex Caruso, or you can go down if you're looking for some other options at clamps as just bronze, right? You can find some shooting guards, small forwards, power forwards that have clamps as well to help you stay budget friendly and under 500. And it tells you the salary right here when you look down. So I would recommend going to 2K database to help you look for that budget friendly team. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so the second part to the 2K database is you need to be using duo cards. Duo cards turn cards from to so much better. Like look at Glenn Davis and Kendrick Perkins duo right now. These are not players I use frequently, but if I need to for matchup problems, I will put him in because he can't shoot a 3-point shot. But inside his finishing badges go crazy. With Kendrick Perkins, defensively, he's all right, but he's my power forward. But Kendrick Perkins, when paired with Glenn Davis, turns into a beast in the paint. So I recommend you using these duo cards listed right now. I don't like if you have a better option as a card, you don't have to use them. But if you're looking for some cheap cards under 500 or under 700, let me say, I recommend you using these duo cards. If not, you don't have to. You don't have to listen to me at all. You don't have to listen to anything I say. But I do recommend duo cards to help your salary team stay under that 10,000 and you get a better starting five. All right. Okay. The last thing I'll leave you with is stop using your starting five only in salary cap, right? I know your starting five may look amazing compared to the other team, but the other team has a bench, right? This mode was made so that you had to think strategically about how you want to use your starting five and your role players coming off the bench to help you keep your stamina high and also win games at a fast and easy level. But if your players are dirt tired because you kept them in the whole game, they're more likely going to get hurt and not hit open shots or make those easy layups, right? This starting five may look great, but if we look at the team I'm using right now that I made 5 minutes before this video, this team is still really good compared to the other team. It's just they're a little cheaper, and I saved about 300, so I can upgrade one of my players on the bench to a better option, budget-friendly card if I want to. But if you don't use your bench, you're really selling yourself short, and you're only playing at half speed the whole game. Because these games usually go about the quarter 6 minutes, and then to get 24 points usually takes another 6 to 8 minutes, depending on how good you are, how good the game's going, right? If you're beating the team by 30 with your starting five, no subs, don't listen to me. But if your team's getting tired and you're getting injured a lot, I do recommend you having a bench. So I hope this video helps you. Drop a like, hit a subscribe if you want. But if you don't want to, don't feel like you have to. But I'll see you in the next video. See ya.